Tobi ran. Through alleyways, around buildings, leaping over gutters. His chest burned, his legs...
What would you do if you owed money to the wrong person? Tobi was born into comfort, into the well-known family of Barrister Olowo. His father was not just a lawyer, but a generous man with a heart too soft for his own good. He believed money only grows when you spend it, and he lived by that creed. Unfortunately, Barrister Olowo was also a single parent. He lost his wife during childbirth, so it had always been just father and son, holding each other up through life. He made sure Tobi never tasted hardship. Whatever he wanted came in doubles, sometimes triples. Life was perfect, until life decided it wouldn't be. The diagnosis came like a curse. Cancer. Advanced stage. A mistake the doctors admitted too late. His father's health deteriorated faster than anyone expected, and soon, work stopped. The bills did not. Bar Olowo had never believed in savings. A little here, a little there, nothing enough to stand on. In a few months, everything they had evaporated. Tobi, in his final year at the University of Lagos, tried desperately to keep things afloat, but his efforts were a drop in a burning ocean. Still, he refused to let anything happen to the only family he had. His girlfriend Kemi came from wealth. She always wanted to help, but Tobi's pride wouldn't let him take a single naira from her. But things were collapsing fast, and pride doesn't pay hospital bills. So when his friends suggested another way, a plug who needed people to help distribute drugs, Tobi hesitated. Fear wrestled with desperation. But the thought of his father dying pushed him over the edge. He took the job. Surprisingly, everything went smoothly in the beginning. He'd pick up the goods, deliver at discreet locations, and bring the money back. His cut was small, but it kept the lights on and kept his father alive. He was hopeful. Maybe, just maybe, this could buy them enough time. Maybe he could even afford better treatment someday. Then one night, while completing his rounds, everything shattered. Blue and red lights filled the street. Sirens, fast, loud. Police. Tobi ran. Through alleyways, around buildings, leaping over gutters. His chest burned, his legs screamed, but the officers stayed on him like shadows. They finally caught him. Foolish bastard, one of them spat as they threw him to the ground. They tore open his bag and froze. "Ah, see money!" one officer shouted, eyes wide at the sight of cash and drugs worth millions. "No need carry am go station," another officer said. "Na beta pikin, he don't do." They uncuffed him and walked away with everything. Tobi was finished. The drugs and cash in that bag were worth over 5 million naira, money he could never replace. Panic strangled him. He had nothing, no savings, no options, except one. Kemi. She had once given him her ATM pin. He didn't plan to ask. He planned to take. He transferred 2 million naira from her account to his. Minutes later, her call came in, burning with anger. "You refuse to accept help from me, but you empty my account behind my back? What is going on, Tobi? Talk to me or we're done." His pride died. His ego collapsed. He broke down and told her everything, start to finish.
Kemi, shaken but determined, insisted on accompanying him to beg the drug boss for more time. But as they approached the meeting place that night, something about the environment bothered her. A familiar structure, familiar voices. At the gate, the boss's men were waiting. "You don't carry boss money disappear for days?" one of them growled. "You for no make us waste you today." Tobi trembled. There was nothing he could say that would save him. When the boss finally stepped out, Kemi's heartbeat stopped. Her eyes locked with his. His eyes widened. "Dad?" she blurted out, stunned. "Kemo! What are you doing here?" the boss barked. The entire compound froze. The goons lowered their guns, slightly confused. Kemi's face drained of color. Tobi's breath caught. He felt the ground tilt beneath him. "Daddy?" Kemi whispered, taking a step backward. You're the boss?"
Her father's jaw clenched. "Answer me first. Why are you here with him?" Kemi looked at Tobi, then back at her father, tears filling her eyes.
"Dad, he was in trouble. I came to help him."
He stared at Tobi with a cold, dissecting gaze. "What exactly do you owe me?" Tobi's voice was barely a whisper.
5 million naira worth of product. The police, they stole everything."
The boss. Slow, dangerous. "You expect me to believe that story?" he said, stepping closer until they were face to face. "You think I got here by believing nonsense?"
"Dad, he's telling the truth!"
Kemi snapped, finally finding her courage.
"He only got into this because of his father. He's sick. He needed money."
"Kemo," her father said softly, but with an icy edge. "You don't know the kind of world you just stepped into." Then he turned to Tobi. "You're dating my daughter while running debt under my nose?" His tongue clicked. A very interesting boy. Tobi's knees nearly buckled. The boss walked in a slow circle around them. "You see, in my line of work, loyalty is everything. Mistakes? Fine. Accidents? Fine." He stopped behind Tobi. "But disrespect? That one I do not forgive." A gun clicked behind Tobi's head. "Kemi!"
"Daddy, no!"
Her father's voice boomed. "Enough!" The boss inhaled deeply. "Kemi, go home."
"No,"
she said, shaking her head.
"I'm not leaving without him."
Her father studied her for a long moment. Then his eyes softened, barely, before turning into steel again. "You love him?" Kemi didn't speak, but her silence was answer enough. The boss turned to Tobi. "You will repay every kobo you owe me. You will work under my eyes where I can see you, measure you, test you." Tobi swallowed hard. "Yes, sir." "But hear me well," the boss said, lowering his voice to a deadly whisper. "If you ever lie to her, hurt her, or fall out of line..." He snapped his fingers. The henchman cocked his gun again. "You won't disappear." He leaned closer. "You'll vanish so thoroughly that even your shadow will forget it existed." A heavy silence followed.
Then the boss stepped back and motioned his men away. "Tobi," he said with a final cold stare, "welcome to the family." The gate rolled open. Kemi grabbed Tobi's hand, her fingers cold and trembling. They walked out in silence, the full moon hanging above them like an accusing eye. Outside, Tobi finally exhales sharply. But the relief didn't come, because he knew he hadn't escaped danger. He had been absorbed into it. And this time, owing money was the least of his problems. He now belonged to the wrong family.